What is your impression of the current stalemate that we seem to be facing with, say, traditional and progressive educators being unable to communicate or constantly being at odds with one another?
Well, first of all, everyone is feeling very frustrated right now. I don't see any enemies in this scenario. I don't see anyone, policymakers, teachers, parents, students, who are enemies. I see many problems, and they're real, and the stakes are very, very high because we're increasingly living in a global society, and the issue very much is the sustainability of our country as we know it. But everyone is frustrated. Why aren't students able to make standards? Why has, again, I go back to what Dr. Ikeda called the flight from learning. Why does this persist despite so many efforts? And we have two viewpoints. We have progressive solutions. We have traditional solutions. These two schools have been at war for many, many years. One side seems to win for 20, 30 years, and the other side seems to gain ascendancy. No one ever says, I'm defeated. So to me, this is representative of a new paradigm that has to emerge. Duane Eubner always used to worry about the vocabulary that's limiting discourse. We tend to think in terms of these two schools of thought, whereas in reality something new, looking at the Hegelian viewpoint, we have the thesis, antithesis, and from that clash a synthesis is possible. And I think this is very, very much what's happening. Our kids are wired differently right now. Our kids are used to on demand for everything. Our kids are used to the immediacy of a social network. In many ways, schools don't fit their paradigm of their outlook of the world. So this is a difficult time because the solutions haven't emerged. So I really feel at this time we need a declaration of ceasefire. We need a grand compromise in which understandings, although not maybe the complete picture of each side, but I think it's very, very doable. In fact, yes, standards have to be met. However, but maybe the standards could be met in very, very efficient and humanistic ways, new ways, using technology, trying to use students' very clear and transparent understanding of what those standards are. And if we're able to do that and get that out of the way, how wonderful it is that time will emerge, more time for creativity, more time for the real drama of education, for the spark of interest to appear. And I think it's doable. I think this is what really intrigued Mr. Makaguchi and his notion of the half-day curriculum. He felt that the efficiency, he called it the economy of education, is very important. If we could find ways to quickly and efficiently teach the landscaping portion, then the real gardening can happen as the next stage or parallel to it. So I think it's possible, and I would like everyone to be able to look at each other. I'm talking about educational policy makers and theorists and educationalists, and find ways that we could put aside differences of the past and incorporate all ideas into something clear and transparent.